Hi, welcome. It's day one. We've made it. For those of you who have been doing the 14-day challenge with me, preparing for this 2021 FlyLady, get your house decluttered in 2021. I'm so excited. I've been really enjoying our 14-day challenge and going over the basics of FlyLady with you guys in the last 6 videos. But today we are officially starting. It's Friday, yay, and we're in zone number 1. So how perfect on the first day of the challenge for the next 365 days that we get to start in zone 1. So for those of you who are brand new and this is your first video, welcome. I have 2 seasons planned for 2021, and this is episode number 1 of just following me on the fly journey. And we are a team, we are a group, we are all doing this together. We all have different reasons that brought us here, and I'm excited to get to know you. So if you haven't done so already, drop a comment down below. I want to hear from you. I want to hear about maybe how you were introduced to the FlyLady, what you've learned from her, maybe your favorite fly tip, and let's get to know each other. So I shared a little bit of my story and my journey on the video number 1. I'll post a link in the description of the 14-day challenge with the 6 videos so you guys can watch the video number 1, which is come join me in 2021, so you guys can get to a little bit about how I discovered FlyLady and kind of my journey with FlyLady over the past 20 years I've been following her. And today I just wanted to talk a little bit about you. This is your channel. You're here watching this video because you have a reason why you're here. And so I want you to really be thinking about your 2021 fly goals, okay? So fly, finally loving yourself. So what does that look like? What is your journey with loving yourself? I'll share a little bit about my journey, and hopefully that resonates with you, and I'd love to hear from you too, so comment below and let me know. But my journey really started probably when I got married. So back in 1999, really, I feel like my getting to know my husband that I'm still married with, we've been married for 21 years. I think body acceptance really came through marriage, and one of my favorite teachers is Esther Perel. I'm probably saying her name so wrong, so I'm sorry, but if you listen to her videos on YouTube or follow her podcasts, one of the things she talks about is this notion that in order to have a successful relationship, we need to love ourselves before we can love someone else. And she talks about that being a myth, and that true, I guess, self-acceptance, self-love comes within the context of a relationship. And so that, when I heard her say that, that really resonated with me, because I feel like that's been my story. When I was first introduced to the FlyLady back in like early 2000, I was a train wreck of a housewife, like train wreck. Our first apartment when we were married was in Gelnhausen, Germany. We lived on an army base. My husband was stationed in Hanau, which I don't even think is a military installation anymore, but he was an E4. He had been in the army for, I think, 2 years when we met. And our first little apartment was a little 2-bedroom apartment, and we lived on this little tiny army base about 30 minutes outside of the town that he worked in. So he had a 30-minute drive back and forth to work. He had a 1980 Audi. It was pea green, like baby puke green. And I drove, I think it was a 92 or a 93 Mercedes, because we lived in Germany, so all really you could get for used cars was a Mercedes or a BMW or an Audi like my husband drove. But our apartment really looked like a college dormitory. I would cook dinner at night and not do dishes till the next day, or sometimes the next afternoon, or sometimes 3 days later, and there would be like dishes all over not like the kitchen sink full, and like the entire kitchen area cluttered with dishes, okay? In that 2-bedroom apartment, one was our bed that we slept in, and there were clothes all over the floor, just like when I was 24 when I got married, so just basically the same way I was in high school and college, clothes everywhere. And then our guest bedroom was definitely not fit for guests. It was like the graveyard for boxes and books and clutter and like just randomness, like clutter everywhere. My husband was in the Army, and so he'd have TA-50, like his Army gear, kind of in that room and in the living room and in the kitchen, and it was a mess. We were definitely living in chaos. And so when my friend Charlotte Riley introduced me to the FlyLady, her methods just really resonated with me, because my mom is an impeccable housekeeper, and I just didn't get that gene from her. I very much took after my dad, and just very verbal, very cerebral, very attention deficit, and so I just didn't develop those skills. And so FlyLady kind of like came alongside me virtually, and just through learning a little bit about her systems kind of helped me get my home in order. So by the time we moved back to the States in 2003, I was a business owner. I was working for a direct sales company and building my first business online. And I feel like if the FlyLady hadn't come into my life when she did, I wouldn't have developed the skills of organization that I did. So I'm very grateful for the FlyLady and for what I've learned from her. So I'm excited to do this journey with you, because I took about a 10-year gap from like 2010 to 2020 where I didn't really follow her per se. I still had her little voice in my head, and I still had that mindset of all the skills and tools and tips that we'll be talking about over the next year. In the next couple of episodes, I'll be sharing a tip every day, something about FlyLady that really helped me. So I guess we'll start off today, and I'll share my first fly tip. So the first fly tip that I think I always come back to is that you can do anything in 15 minutes. So I am not wearing my Fitbit right now, it's charging, but typically I always have my Fitbit on me, and I used to use a little Pampered Chef timer and set that for 15 minutes and have that, kind of follow me around to whatever room of the house I was working on, or if I was in the kitchen cooking or cleaning up the kitchen, or if I was in my office working on something for work, or if I was in my bedroom hanging up clothes and folding laundry, I would have that little timer with me, and I always have that little voice in my head saying you can do anything in 15 minutes. So that's my encouragement for you today. You can do anything in 15 minutes. So today being zone 1, day 1, I want to encourage you to go to your entryway, your front door. Now if you're like me and you still have Christmas up and you're okay with that, don't even worry about decluttering from Christmas. Keep the Christmas up if it makes you happy. We usually take Christmas down between the 8th and the 10th of January is kind of when we start taking it down. My husband wants it down by January 1st, but I'm like January 15th because I love Christmas and it brings me so much joy. So I like to keep it up at least till the 15th, or at least till like the 8th or the 9th. But by the 15th, everything's out in the storage until the following year. But I want to encourage you to go to your entryway and do something for 15 minutes, whether it's sweeping your front porch, or if you've got glass on your front door. We've got side lights on our front door that I can clean off. We've got like all of our Christmas decor still out, so I'm not going to worry about any of that. But just do something in your entryway. If you have an actual inside your home, like set up for like a place to do keys, if you've got any clutter, get rid of that. Do anything, do something for 15 minutes today. So so I'm excited to share with you guys some of the mindset tips, and I'll take you guys into my home and show you some different rooms of the house and kind of show you what I'm working on in following FlyLady for 365 days in 2021. So thanks for joining me on this journey, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Oh, my husband's home from work. I didn't even know he was back. I'll see you guys on the next video. I will upload videos on this channel every Friday. So I'll see you guys next week, and have a new video and a new tip with you guys. So see you later. Bye.